Welcome back to Betsy Mind Freak Europa. I'm Betsy. Have you ever thought about the meaning of pearls? According to history and myths, pearls are symbolic of wisdom gained through experience. It's also believed to offer protection, attract good luck, and wealth. They are well known for their calming effects and have a way of balancing your karma. As I researched pearls, I found myself finding even more questions than answers. Some of you may have wondered yourself some of these questions, so here are some of the answers. What makes a pearl form in the first place? When an irritant, usually seaweed or sand, finds itself inside the oyster's soft tissues, usually a crack or a chip in the outer shell, the oyster's defense mechanism is triggered. This causes layers of secretions, like a human scab, in a way, to slowly develop into a natural pearl. Another question is, how long does it even take for a pearl to form? First of all, the oyster has to be of mature age. For an oyster, this is 3 years old. Producing a pearl after that could take anywhere between 6 months to several years to form. Another question is, does it hurt the oysters when pearls are harvested? Oysters are non-sentient beings, which means they're not conscious of being conscious. Oysters have no brains or nervous systems, so no, oysters are not hurt in the process of harvesting pearls. Another question would be, does pearl harvesting kill the oyster? For most oysters, unfortunately, yes. But there are some species of oyster that can produce more than one pearl at a time. Those pearls and oysters are harvested much more carefully than smaller oysters, and they're returned back to the water. I've always thought, well, if we're harvesting the pearls, then it seems such a waste for the shell and the meat in the oysters. So what happens to the shell and the oyster meat after the pearls are harvested? Well, there's the obvious. For the meat, if it's in good condition, it's sold for consumption by humans. If it isn't very good, then it's usually put into fertilizers. Now the shell is different. The shell is usually ground down if it can't be used for mother of pearl buttons per se. And it's used for medicinal purposes like anti-inflammatories, detoxifiers, and it's used by the Chinese as a relaxer. Due to its magnesium, it helps as an ingredient to alleviate depression, anxiety, and some sleep disorders. So we know about natural pearls made with no human interaction. But what about all these cultured pearls that we hear and see about? For cultured pearls, the irritant is purposely inserted into the oysters, and then the oysters are usually left to sit in water on oyster farms. Are cultured pearls real? Yes, they are. In fact, most of the pearls that are on the market today are cultured pearls. How much are pearls worth? Cultured pearls range from anywhere between $1 to $50 and up to $175,000. And natural pearls are worth ranging from $65 to $5,000, with the most expensive pearl known, natural pearl known, in the world to date, coming in at a whopping $100 million. That's because the weight of this thing is 75 pounds and 2 feet long. What is the rarest pearl? The rarest pearl is well, let's start with natural pearl colors. Natural pearl colors come in varieties of they usually come one per oyster. And sorry, I'm reading off stuff. These are notes that I took. It's not printed off anything. There's oysters called Oyster that come in a base cream color, white, pink, peach tones. Tahitian come in black tones in light cream, white, gray, to regal greens, iridescent peacock, and deep black. I want that one. I think that's the one that Katniss Everdeen had in the Hunger Games. Pearls from the South Sea come in gold tones of cream and white. The rarest color is dark pink, which comes from the queen conch shell. It's spelled conch, but it's actually pronounced conch, which is Konk, which is a sea snail found in the Caribbean Sea off the coast of the Bahamas and into the Gulf of Mexico. Another question you might have are, why are natural pearls so rare and hard to find? Well, unfortunately, our oceans have a lot of pollution in them. They are also subjected to seaborne predators, oyster divers, and other factors that contribute to premature deaths. This makes finding quality gems when diving for pearls very rare. According to the American Gem Society, most of the ocean's natural pearls are believed to already have been harvested by pearl divers. So how do you tell a real pearl from a fake one? In movies, sometimes you might find the actors putting the pearls to their teeth. They're not actually biting on it like you would gold. They're actually rubbing the pearls against their teeth to see how gritty it is. This is one of the, you may have heard of, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. This is one of those cases because a real pearl will have a more grittiness to it on the surface. You might notice some ridges in the shell on the outside of it, or not the shell, on the surface of it, and it'll look like that. If it's completely smooth though, and it looks perfect, then chances are it's fake. So, also natural pearls have a subtle coloring, while fakes are either dyed or bleached. This is usually what causes the real strong, vivid colors in the fakes. Completely fake pearls will be made of crushed mother of pearl, glass, or, of course, plastic. And they're usually covered in a hard lacquered made from fish scales to create the shine of it on the surface of it. The great pearl scam. this is what brought me to making this video. Online, you will see a lot of videos of people opening these oyster looking things that have a pearl inside. Now, I've found through my research that the shells that are being sent out, usually you could buy these things online in bundles, 4 at a time, 10 at a time, 15 at a time, for like $15 to $25 to $30, depending on how many you get. The problem is the shells are not even oyster shells. They're actually mussel shells. And chances are they've already started decaying when a pearl is placed inside of it before it's sent out to you. The problem with these pearls is they're typically fake. They're the dyed ones or bleached ones. And if there is any actual real pearl in there, it's typically the lowest quality that are only worth about $1. Now they come like this. The fake ones always come in this vacuum sealed plastic bag. And you can see even through the bag, it's very easy to break the shell on it. So I was very surprised to find how many YouTubers were actually selling these things. They're selling the pearls. They're opening the shells with the pearls in them. They're buying the bunches. They're opening the shells on the YouTube channels like this. And they're actually selling the pearls that are in there, the fake pearls. And there are quite a few people that do this. I won't name any names. But the one that really caught my attention was they were selling each pearl for $25. And in one of the videos of theirs that I watched, there was a lady that spent $200 on these fake pearls that are probably only worth about $1. So you do need to watch out for the scammers and the so-called pearl parties. Because it's not, the pearls that you get are not worth anything. Now, if you'd like to open them anyway, like I'm going to with my daughter after I record all the talking stuff, Alex gets very bored and she doesn't want to sit through all the talking parts. So I'm recording it separate and then I'm editing it together. If you'd like to buy it just for the fun, go ahead and waste your money if you want. I haven't opened it yet. I'm going to, and I'll record that. But be careful. I bought mine off of Amazon, and they claimed that it wouldn't be smelly. The smell is usually, it's a decaying creature inside of it. So the only way that they could remove the smell is if they remove all the meat from it. That kind of takes away from the experience. But it won't even just be the smell of the decaying oyster. It'll be like a chemical smell. And that chemical smell is the chemical that they use to dye the pearls. Like I said, most of the time, if you get the real bright, vivid colors, then it's usually dyed. And they put it, to get those colors, they put it in a really harsh chemical. So always be careful when opening these it probably will stink. Even if it says it won't stink online, it probably will anyway. It's coming from the sea. It's a crustacean. It's a fish, you know. So it's going to smell either way. So I'm gonna cut right here, and I'll meet you back in the room for more talking after Alex and I open the shells. Okay, so I'm here with my daughter Alex, and we have these fake oysters that we're gonna shuck. But I don't have oyster knives or shucking knives, so we're just gonna use regular butter knives. Hopefully you guys could hear me talk. Alex did not want to do this inside because when I mentioned the potential smell, she didn't want to stink up the house. Alright, so
well, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Go ahead and pick 5. There's 10 here.
I get to pick the lucky ones. There's 3. And then 4, 5.
Okay. So I have 2 small ones and 3 big ones. How many do you have? It looks like she picked out 4 little ones and 1 big one. Did you want to trade one of the big ones?
I don't care.
So we each have 3 small. Okay, pick one of the big ones.
Yes, I got that one.
I actually already cracked the shell on that one. Okay, so, oh, I forgot the scissors. Should be able to. They don't stink, so you're just gonna try to pull the ends off like this.
This one's already partially cracked.
And then you put the knife in and try to.
Mine just came right apart.
You really shouldn't do it this way, how I'm doing it. And look,
mine came right apart.
That's glue, right there. They straight up glued it.
Mine just snapped right apart.
So it looks like she got a white one. Pull it up a little bit closer.
Looks like a bean.
And I have some salt in a soap dish right here. It's a crystal soap dish I got from Goodwill, and she's gonna put that in there.
Well, I gotta rinse it first.
Go ahead and rinse it. We have some water here too.
And then there's a towel, my mom's bath towel.
Just like that.
In you go. And then
Here you go. Maybe I should go get the scissors.
it should be fine.
They put so much damn glue in here. I can't open it. I'm afraid the iPad's gonna fall. There we go.
I'm doing my big ones
One
last.
there. Be sure to check the meat. Like, press in it like that. Make sure there's not a second pearl in there. So, there's the meat. It's actually not decayed as much as I thought it would be. It is quite dried out, though.
No twins in it. But they are
I got a white one as well. Looks like the same color.
Mine just shattered.
Make sure you don't drop the pearl. Could have more than one pearl in it.
they're fakes. They most likely won't. The feel of the meat is not pleasant. There's no second one.
Looks like she got another white one. Okay then.
Firecracker.
Another white one. So far, no colored ones. We got another white one. Oh yeah, you can start. Can you smell the chemicals?
It smells something. I don't know what it is. I don't want to smell your chemical.
It's not fishy. It's chemical.
I don't want to smell your chemical.
So that is definitely a telltale sign that these are dyed. You can smell the chemicals. Oh, that one just popped right out.
That one looks more pinkish.
Yeah. So we now have 5 of these whitish cream colored ones, and one you can't really see it very well, but it has
pinkish.
like a light pink, like a sugar pink hue to it.
You can see it side by side.
Now, my suggestion, if you're gonna get these, just get them for, like, if you have a daughter and it's her birthday, you want to throw her like an Ariel or mermaid party, these would definitely be good for that. But if you get really, really smelly ones, it could be off-putting to the kids, the girls. And these are definitely glued shut.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool. Ooh. You're gonna try to steal this one from me.
What is it, black or purple? It's that one. Definitely different. Ooh.
This would be considered peacock because it has hues of blue and purple in it. You can't see it very well on the camera.
I'm down to my last one.
I think that one was the biggest one that we have. But look at that. Okay, let me show you that. You could actually see the dye that came off and got in the meat. They weren't even trying to hide it very well. Okay, and this is your last one?
Mm-hmm. I
Looks
got
like
another
pink.
Another pinkish. I'm just surprised they didn't give us.
Almost got in my mouth.
I'm just surprised they didn't give us all white ones. Kind of hard to see, but. Oh, that's a darker pink from the other one. I like how I chose all the easier ones to open.
Yeah. You didn't get any really dark colors though. Here we go. It's the sugar pink. Now what people will do on YouTube videos, especially when they know these are fake, is this is what they'll do. the pearls are usually underneath the meat like this. And what they'll do to make it seem like it's actually a genuine pearl is they'll push the meat down like this and make the pearl come out of the meat. So we got 10 of these. It looks like we got 3 pinks, 1 peacock, like a silverish, pinkish one, and then how many? 5 of the white cream colored ones. Hopefully I could do this. There we go. So those are the ones that we got. These ones on this side are mine. These ones on this side are hers. I have a feeling she's going to try to steal that blackish peacock one. She's shaking her head no, but I know her. But yeah, that's the one. I think that's actually the biggest one.
Looks like it.
Yeah, these are definitely fake. This one actually has ridges. So this one may be real, but
Doesn't look like it.
no, look at the imperfections there. One of the telltale signs in the imperfections, they don't have the ridges, they have full-on like punctures, and those are caused by the sitting in the dye. So
I barely used my knife.
yeah, they were pretty easy to open. So yeah, those were our fake oysters. These are actually mussels, not oysters. And in nature, one way you could tell what color the pearl is supposed to be is the color of this part, the mother of pearl part. It should be the same color as that, because that is the part that actually scabs over the piece of seaweed or other piece of oyster or piece of sand that got in there, and it's covering over it like a scab would for us. So that's our pearl excavation. The ancient Japanese believed that pearls were made by the tears of mythical creatures such as nymphs, mermaids, and angels. The ancient Persians believed that pearls were created after a storm when a rainbow would come down from the sky, meeting the earth, and it was the thunder and lightning during the storm that created the grooves and imperfections of the pearls. The ancient Egyptians valued pearls so much that they were actually buried with them. In ancient Chinese culture, it was believed that black pearls were actually grown inside the heads of dragons, and when the gems matured, the dragons would carry them in their teeth. Of course, the only way to harvest these pearls would be to slay the dragons. Now, there are some myths in religions too that go all the way back to Adam and Eve. They believe that Adam and Eve cried so deeply when they were cast out of the Garden of Eden that their tears created a lake of pearls. Adam created the black pearls and Eve created the white pearls. There are references to pearls all through history. in every culture and in every religion if you look for them. So what makes these gems so interesting and significant? What do these gems mean specifically to you, the viewers? Please comment down below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. This is Betsy Mind Freak Europa.